Alrighty guys, good to have you back on another video of NieR Reincarnation. I hope you are good, because today is the day the content dropped, the maintenance is over, and we have the 1.5 anniversary live in NieR Reincarnation. Before we go into the details of this whole update, I want to check out the banner first, because let's be real, that's the main reason why we all entered this game today. We all want to see what these new units bring to the table, to the players and to the game. And yeah, let's check that out. Let's talk about, is it worth it for you to pull them? What are the main prizes here? And is there anything specific we want to look out for? We start with Akeha, Celebratory Assassin. She's basically a 9S on steroids. And when we look at her abilities, you can quickly get that, okay? Basically. So let's check her skill first. She is another unit which has a usable from the start skill. This one is quite similar to Summer F6XX. It reads, all allies attack 20% plus for 30 seconds and decrease defense of all enemies by 20% for 30 seconds, usable from the start. So this, yeah, kind of reminds me of Summer F6XX. She has also 20% attack up for 30 seconds, usable from the start, but she also prevents like taunt or elemental boon, pursuit, all the things which you can't extend. So at a glance, Summer F6XX is better in those teams because you use her not because of the attack buff, but because of the prevention of all those effects I just mentioned. And yeah, this Akeha, she only brings damage, and in arena you usually don't need more damage in a, let's say, cooldown reduction team, because your skills are way enough to kill other arena characters that don't have taunt, for example. So if they have taunt, she doesn't really add something for you, because when you face like Demus, Bloody Griff, or Baldimus, those 20% attack up and 20% defense down isn't really the thing you want to have in your party, I think. It could be different. I haven't tested her yet. This is just my prediction that she's a worse version of Summer F6XX in arena. But the second thing about her, which makes her a pretty decent arena unit, is her first passive, which is Soldier. All allies agility up by 20%. This is permanent, okay? So this doesn't add to your timed edgy stack. So that's why she's basically a 9S on steroids, because she has a usable character skill, which you can use right from the start. And she has also the same ability as the buffed version of 9S, 20% agility up. That's why you see here her agility is actually 1200. This is calculated into her base agility of 1000. That's why this is actually pretty good as a support unit. Excuse me. Because, as I said, it doesn't add to your edgy stack, so you can still go up to 100% timed edgy after this, and this makes your units even faster. Then she has Void Verve. This is basically an improved version of Void Leap. Void Leap was 20% of equipped Dark Affinity weapons, their stats added to the whole party, and she has 40% for it. As we all know, Void Leap and this Void Verve basically as well isn't as good as it sounds. It's just adding a couple of hundreds, maybe 1,000 to 2,000 stats to your character, to a very high DPS character, which is like only a 5% increase, 5 to 7%. Don't quote me on that, but it's actually not as good as it seems. And her third awakening unlocks her third passive. This is actually pretty good. It is Valiance, 10%, and this is also static. So this doesn't add up to your timed Valiance, and it increases base stats, which is pretty good because timed Valiance has a diminishing returns after a couple of buffs, you know. And this static Valiance is always active, so it's actually quite good to pair this Valiance with a timed Valiance. For example, Lacrima Griff or Xmas Fio. Now that I think about it, Xmas Fio and she plus Fractured Noel, that should be a pretty decent team, pretty fast as well. So yeah, this Akeha might be pretty good actually in Arena. And she has Void First Strike, her Debris, her Debris, character skill gauge needed reduced by 10% while equipped with a Dark Affinity main weapon. Not that good, could be good in some niche situations. Let's check her weapon. This is actually pretty good, or what do I say? Not pretty good. This is actually, I think, even the best Arena weapon there is in the game. And here's why. Skill 1, Blitz, trash. Skill 2, reduces attack for 30 seconds. Trash. For Arena, okay, those have like 20 and 19 seconds, so it's not really usable. But it has Fleet Foot, 20% for 60 seconds. This is pretty good. And it has a new ability which is called Void Haste, and it reads skill cooldown time reduced by 10% while equipped with a Dark Affinity main weapon. This is actually an X weapon for when your character has a dark weapon main hand equipped. So this is actually the same haste you get from any X weapon we have in the game. And this is on top of 20% Fleet Foot. So, I mean, just even think about it, okay? This weapon, EX weapons, they become obsolete in the future when we have more of these weapons, because you get the fast, you get the speed with this weapon, and you also get cooldown reduction. So that means you can build very fast CDR units that even have cooldown. I mean, it's like the best out of these two archetypes in Arena. You have the agility rusher and you have the CDR units, and this is both of them combined in one weapon. And if we get more of these in the future, EX weapons basically become obsolete at some point for agility. But we also have CDR weapons for this, so stay tuned for that. Next, celebratory songstress, songstress. I think that is a spelling mistake, right? It is songstress, isn't it? Anyway, Celeb Marie. Shout out to Capita. There is Celeb Marie, and like we predicted somehow, she is a DPS unit, okay? You wouldn't expect by her costume. I mean, yeah, she looks nice, but nothing like a badass character in the game that deals massive damage, but actually that's exactly what she does. So let's just check the stats. 8,300 attack, which is very, very, very high. I think it's even above Celeb Gale, because Celeb Gale has 8,000, I think. So 300 more than Celeb Gale. Keep that in mind. Then let's read her character skill. 150% damage to an enemy 4 times. Damage 40% increased when HP is above 80%. And reduces enemy defense by 45% for 30 seconds. So the first part of that special is like 2P, but only 4 hits. 2P has exactly the same special, but with 5 hits, and Celeb Marie has 4 hits. And on top of that, she reduces enemy defense by 45%. So somewhat similar to Celeb Marie, Celeb Gale. I interchanged that pretty frequently in the last couple of minutes and hours because they are very, very similar. Let's read her first ability, Bold Vigor, 40% damage up when HP is above 70%. Hey, surprise! Exactly the same with Celeb Gale. Let's read the second ability, Liquid Drive. This is a new one as well. Increases attack of equipped water element weapons by 100%. That makes her basically a water specialist, because I think that increases attack of equipped water weapons by 100%. This is only base stats, yes, but 100% is actually pretty decent. You know, when you think about, okay, Wide Leap and Wide Rush and so on, they are not that effective at 20%, 40%. This Wide Leap and so on by Abyssal Lavania. All the Abyssal units have like 80% for attack, and she is 100%. So I think at some point these passives become relevant, and I think 100% is a good value to become relevant, I think. And her third passive is Vigor, 15%, so that's why she has such a high attack. And on top of that, she also has a Liquid Boon as her Debris, 30% for 45 seconds. So Celeb Marie is bonkers, like literally one of the best DPS units in the game, even above Gale, Celeb Gale, if you have her at Awakening 3 with her Vigor passive. And her Debris is also very, very nice. So if you can max awaken Celeb Marie, and you're good for the future. Let's quickly check out her weapon. Not as good as Celeb Akeha's weapon, but still pretty decent. It has a Bold Vigor, which is stupid high. This is more damage than with an X weapon, over 500%. Then you have 30% defense down for 30 seconds. Yeah, very similar to Celeb Gale. Bold Vigor, 20%, which is pretty good. And Liquid Haste. So the same ability like Celeb Akeha's weapon, but for water. So this weapon would be pretty nice fit on a. I mean, it's difficult, you know, because for an agility rusher in PvP, you want Fleetfoot, some agility, and this has Bold Vigor. And for a CDR unit, a general CDR unit, you want haste. And you got this haste with Bold Vigor, but when your unit gets attacked before it can use their skills, this Bold Vigor is not active. So yeah, it's quite difficult to use it, but I'm sure someone will find a way. And the last but not least, Yurie, Celebratory Ruler. As you can see, her attack is even higher than Marie's at 8,800. So you get a smell that, okay, this wants another DPS unit. And yes, she is. When we look at her character skill, it is actually busted. It is deal 200% damage to one enemy 5 times, and damage increased by 100%, so basically doubled, if attack is affected by status buff. So most of you probably will ask, okay, what is a status buff? A status buff is basically any kind of buff your character has which cannot be extended by other skills. So that doesn't include attack up. What else is there? Okay, I didn't make any notes, but what is a status buff? It is all buffs which cannot be extended. So that is any boon, so either from a X weapon or from a subjugation weapon, or from a character skill from a support unit, which increases like more, your allies do more fire damage, and pursuit as well. Pursuit can be extended as well, and if she has any pursuit applied on her kit, she will deal a total of 2,000 damage. 2,000 damage. I mean, this is insane. This is EX Lars level. Lars has 1,980 if he crits, and she does 2,000 damage if her attack is affected by status buff. So this is actually insane, and she will be another unit that hits cap, like the damage cap, very, very often. So what are her abilities? Vigor 25% higher than Celeb Marie, so that is why she's at 8.8 thousand. She has the Blaze Drive. This is similar to Marie's Liquid Drive, where this Blaze Drive increases attack of equipped fire affinity weapons by 100%. And on top of that, she also has Fatal because, yeah, a bit more crit damage doesn't hurt, right? So give her crit as well. Yeah, she's awesome DPS unit. Easily one of the best in the game. So basically now we have the three queens of DPS with Celeb Gale, Celeb Marie, and Celeb Yurie. This is actually insane. And she has her debris is Blaze Haze, skill cooldown time reduced by 5% while equipped with a fire infinity weapon. And this goes basically in line with her weapon, which also has this Blaze Haste, skill cooldown time reduced by 10% while equipped with the fire affinity main weapon. So this is basically the same with Marie's weapon as well, but for fire. Let's quickly check the skills. Another Blitz, a Self, Vigor for 30%, attack up for 30 seconds, and the abilities is Fatal 15%, and yeah, as we said, Blaze Haste, skill cooldown time reduced if you have a fire main hand weapon. And it also has Barrier, Miasma of Indolence, rank 4. What that is, you ask yourself? No problem, I got that covered. Check out my next video where I go over basically everything about this anniversary, including what changes we got, what banners there are next to this one, and the new game mode. We check that out together, and I hope you stay around for this. But quick summary, okay, should you pull? Yes, you should definitely pull if you have the gems. I will pull myself as well. These units are awesome. Akeha is a good unit, and Marie and Yurie, they are the best DPS units in the game, and you definitely want them because, and here's another thing, it is Marie and Yurie. We don't have good versions of them, so this is basically another costume and a character in your inventory you can use in whatever places you want, including the new game mode. So another teaser for my next video. But without further ado, I wish you a nice rest of your day, a nice 1.5 anniversary, and I hope your pulls are blessed by Geesus, and I hope you get what you want. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.